If you are interested in any of my tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We get to check out the incredibly well done SLH Sim Designs St Barths. That's right, this is TFFJ, Tango Foxtrot Juliet. This, if you guys have been following my channel for any length of time, you know this is probably one of, if not my favorite airport to fly into. The famous and infamous, I should say, runway 10 approach, which I still have not mastered after all this time of flying it, is just addicting. You can't let it go. And even the opposite approach is absolutely fun to do if you learn what the VFR points are. But as you guys can see, there has been a ton of effort developed into this particular model, and I cannot even begin to express how much effort has clearly been put into this rendition of St. Barths. St. Barths is not only challenging, but it's just an absolutely beautiful area to fly. The Caribbean in general, of course, everybody knows the Caribbean's gorgeous, but this one just, it just grabs me. Now, we're going to first just take a look around the exterior, guys. Take a look at the scenery, soak it all in, take a look at everything that you have going around here. You know, again, they didn't just stop at the airport. They really took the effort to go all the way around into the different VFR approach sections and things that you're going to want to pay attention to as we come in. So one of the really cool things that I really enjoy about this particular scenery is, first off, if you take a look at the marinas and the harbors, they're full of ships, they're busy, they got life, there's things going on. You don't just have cars, and of course the cars are part of the default scenery as well, but you have other factors that are in there that were put in by the developer that really brings the entire area to life. You can tell the difference between some that were already here. You can see those flat ships that are sunken down in the water. That's satellite imagery talking. And then you can see the ones that are standing up on tall. That's going to be our developer putting his work in the magic. And now, again, we're not going to talk about that tugboat or sailboat, whatever it is right there sitting on top of the container ship. Maybe it got delivered too. That's all we're going to go with for today's particular episode. We're not going to talk about that. Let's go back over here. Again, there's life, there's presentation to this particular scenery, and you guys are going to see even more of that as we come down lower in on the approach angle here. But coming into the VFR, like we were talking about earlier, one of the things that I remember from that particular approach, if you're coming in, I always forget, 2.9 I think is what that one is right there, coming in for that approach. I'm going to show you guys something that I really enjoyed. If you watch a live YouTube video, a real world YouTube video about the approach into St. Barths, one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to be coming down in through here, right? And so we're going to sort of come on down. We're going to come on down. We're going to come on down. That house right there on the hill. Now, some of this was just Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm going to make that very clear. But just follow the approach along with me. But that white house way up on the top, the square one right there, okay, that's part of your VFR landmarking. Same thing with the greenhouse, the roof. And then we're going to keep coming down. And then this house right here, you can tell this looks like default scenery, but we're going to be paying attention to that one as well. And then we're going to sort of fly past it. This is where this gets a lot of fun. We're monitoring those houses up on top. And you'll understand why I'm showing you guys this when we get into the final approach, because it's a really cool turn, and seeing all the work the developer put into the scenery really brought a lot to it. So we're going to be monitoring this house right here where you got the red and green, and then we're going to come through here and we're going to start our bank. And we're going to be coming around, looking for that red house right there on the top of the hill. You can sort of see it right there in the center. But we're going to keep coming down over here just like this. And I sort of use this loop right here, this sort of U that the mountain makes, just like it does with 10 as my target point. Now, normally we're up a bit higher. I'm down a little low, but we're going to fly it. And here's where we start to come in. This whole thing is a continuous sort of turn, rocking down into it. We want to come over this greenhouse right here. And then there's our hotel. And when we get to the hotel here on the beach, that's your, by the way, that's your go, no-go point, okay? There is no go around with this particular runway. When you get to about here, you're committed. You decide whether to commit or go around. If you decide to go around, you're going to bank off to the right. If you're going to commit, you're going to keep on coming down. Now, watch the scenery as we start coming in. I mean, you can see that there's work done here. Absolutely beautiful job. But watch the beach as we start coming in. You got people. You got life there. Okay. You got the crash buoys right here. Okay, in case you go for a drink. Okay, so you're coming in. You got people there. They're taking photos. They're happy to see you. Hey, how you guys doing? We got these folks walking in right here. Hey, look at this idiot trying to land on this runway. 28, that's what it was. You got this guy taking a picture going, he can't stick it, and he's probably right. Beautiful markings on the runway. The texturing is absolutely good. Touchdown, we're beautiful. We're the best in the business. Bam, there's wheels down right there. And we start pulling those throttles back, right? We're going to start slowing us down. And we're at a nose gear angle right here. So anyway, coming up, let's come up here to the top of the hangars here. A lot of life in here. Here's our Duke right here. This is what I spawned in for this particular flight. But look, you got some hotshot aircraft over here. Looks like we got a Bonanza right there. Looks like either a G or A36. Fred's right there. Looks like he's getting ready to tug it out there. Got our Bonanza, our Duke right here. And again, there's life happening here. And again, this guy, probably doing his own thing. But coming into the shop, check it out. People. Plane, they probably wouldn't be sitting there chilling, but we got an aircraft in the hangar. We got some life walking around. It's not a dead airport. It's not a tomb in here, right? There's details, there's textures, there's toolboxes, there's cones. We got things that actually make the airport fun to come into beyond just the approach. These guys are over here slacking off. I don't know who told them they could go on break, but that's ridiculous. We'll be talking to them afterwards. And then we got Jimmy, no, it's not time. Dude, this is not the approach for this. And we'll come in for the 1-0 approach here in just a minute so you guys can see the work that was done up at the top of the hill. But again, life. And we haven't even begun to show you guys all the details that was put into this. One of the really cool things that I want you guys to be thinking about as we're walking around here, flying around, whatever you call this, is I want you guys to be thinking about the walk option that you have in 2024. The fact that you could literally spawn yourself over here, right? Sort of, simulate it, if you will. And walk yourself. We're in the drone view, so it's not going to work right now. But walk yourself up, through the parking spot. You got a lot of detail over here. Hey, this guy is just trying to hit me with his damn car. Not that I follow crosswalk rules or anything. Okay, but let's see. Let's come on over here. And you guys can see the effort that was put into here. Fully modeled terminal, if you will. Just a lot of effort put into these. I'm not really one to... In 2020, I wasn't real big on this kind of detail because I didn't really see a point. Oh, gosh, these drone controls are driving me crazy. I'm trying so hard to just barely move it and it just doesn't want to. So let's just zip ourselves in here. Excuse me. Oh, coming through. Pardon me. Hello. Hi. There we go. Full work on the terminals. People chilling. Life happening. Gift shop. Whoa, what happened there? There we go. That might be a separate model. Yep. That's a penetrating model there. Anyway, you guys can catch this. Catch the gist. Catch the life. Catch what's happening here. Come back around over here. Check it out. There's things happening. Let's go into our control tower here. I don't know what Mary's doing right there. Get off your phone. You work at an airport. Camera screenshots. Things actually happen. I'd be kind of interested to know if something actually models there. I doubt it does, but it'd be pretty cool if it did. But it'd be a fun place to do some plane spotting. If we ever did a fly-in to St Barths, I think this would be a lot of fun. But I love it. I absolutely love the detail that has been put into this one. And if we come up here on the famous 1-0 approach... Again, the effort that has been brought into this. 2 windsocks up, ready to roll. And we are already way too high on this glide slope, but what the hell, right? But so much more detail, so much more life. So much more effort into one of the, if not the most famous... I would almost consider St. Barths more famous than Lukla. I'm talking about famous, not harder, not difficult, not challenging, just more famous. I would say that this one probably beats it. Lukla, I think, would be a close second, but just an absolutely wonderful job. Did beautiful work. The texturing is great. The modeling is great. The extra effort to bring the beach to life really means a lot, in my personal opinion. The falling semi-trucks, the busy marinas, the boats on top of tankers, container ships. Just a really, really gorgeously done version of St. Barths. Make sure that you guys check yours out, meaning grab it today, folks. It is absolutely worth it. I promise you will be very impressed with it. And you can find this at the link in the description below. To the developer, thank you so much for letting me review this map and take ownership of it. I am super, super happy for this one. The developer actually reached out to me knowing, I know you like to fly at St. Barths, and you ain't wrong. I love flying into St. Barths. So this will be a lot of fun. In our next video, I think we're going to take the Duke out and then fly on over to Princess Juliana with it. Just that way we can come out of here. And then, because I don't think I can land the Duke of St. Barths, but we can certainly take off from it. As always, folks, I hope you did enjoy this video, found it useful. To the developer, once again, fantastic work. Stay tuned for more information on Hangar Control, upcoming release, guys, on my software. The website's just about live. We have new features that have been already put into the software based on your feedback. So make sure that you guys watch the previous videos if you haven't already. Please go to my channel and check out the videos on Hangar Control and the mods and add-ons. I think you guys will really appreciate what's coming. As always, folks, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you in the next one.